Most of us go on Sundays to church, on Mondays to Gurdwara, on Fridays to mosque because we want to take a journey within.
Laksharchana happens in various countries and in many cities.
Today people have a lot of problem, no peaceful mind.
A lot of people come to Laksharchana. They want help with their problems and a lot of health problems as well. There we have a lot of miracles. It's totally impossible for us to explain how it happens or when it's going to happen.
This mantra was given by Sathya Sai Baba.
Sathya Sai Baba was a spiritual leader and a highly respected teacher of world stature. His life and message are inseparable and inspire millions of people worldwide. Born 23rd of November 1926 in Puttaparthi, in one of the poorest and disease-infested states, Sathya Sai Baba was raised in this part of India by a family of poor Indian farmers. The Anantapur district, forgotten by governments, is classified as one of the most backward and drought-affected states across the country. But it is precisely here that a silent revolution was initiated by Sathya Sai Baba, a revolution where he inspired 100 million people from every nation, religion and origin. Surrounded since childhood by extraordinary phenomena, Sathya Sai Baba declared at the age of 14 years old to be the reincarnation of Shirdi Sai Baba, a highly revered Indian saint who died in 1918. His popularity quickly became very important and people came from all over the world to hear his message of universal love and peace. His teachings, based on human values and morals, show the meaning of life through divine unity in all things. Revered by many top world leaders, Sathya Sai Baba founded in 1949 in his home village of Puttaparthi the ashram which he baptized as Prashanti Nilayam, the abode of supreme peace. It evolved with the increased influx of pilgrims, and the ashram has grown in size and beauty to this very day. Here, no visitor suffers discrimination or prejudice. For Sathya Sai Baba, there is only one religion, the religion of love. Only one caste, the caste of humanity. Only one language, the language of the heart. Only one God, and He is omnipresent. No one should give up his religion, but on the contrary, continue its practice and discipline. Thus, amid the busy and noisy village of Puttaparthi, the ashram reveals itself as a place of spiritual quest and contemplation, which is open to all. Many temples and places of worship are dotted around Prashanti Nilayam to celebrate the different religions and beliefs. Its culture and dimensions make it a place of wholeness and harmony, dedicated to the message of Sathya Sai Baba, love all, serve all. Sathya Sai Baba was first known for the miracles he performed, the appearances of holy ash, called vibhuti, in his hands, which he distributed to his visitors. Also the materialization of jewelry, rings and pictures. These miracles gave him a reputation even in the West, but were only meant for concrete practice of the highest ideals of truth, righteousness, peace, love and non-violence. Advocating selfless service, Sathya Sai Baba used the donations from his devotees to bring electricity, drinking water and modern infrastructure to his village and his state, which are located in a desert area. Puttaparthi changed. This small hamlet of southern India became a town with many trees and has access to the best technical equipment. The humanitarian work created by Sathya Sai Baba received international support and continues to contribute to improve the lives of poor people in India and abroad. He built several hospitals, including 2 ultra-modern super speciality hospitals in Puttaparthi and Bangalore, where specialized operations are performed. The public health system is almost non-existent in India, and these centers offer total free treatments such as open heart surgery, kidney transplants, and eye surgery. However, unlike common hospitals, the poorest are given priority. Sathya Sai Baba also initiated a complete education model, including primary schools, high schools, colleges, and universities, all approved by the Indian government. These institutions offer students graduate, master's, and doctoral degrees without any fees. Admission is open to all, irrespective of community, religion, or social background. In addition to the emphasis placed on the pursuit of academic excellence, Sathya Sai Baba's integral education system is designed to encourage self-discipline and a proactive attitude in the society. The students take courses in morality and spend several hours a week in community service and selfless service. It is also now possible for a child to arrive illiterate and leave with a doctorate in bioscience, chemistry, business, computer science, mathematics, physics, or other specialities. Sathya Sai Baba's method of education is based on the 5 human values common to all cultures: love, truth, right conduct, peace, and non-violence. More than 24 schools are now spread throughout the country. Sathya Sai Baba also initiated projects to supply drinking water to nearly 10 million people spread over 700 towns and villages in India. More than 120,000 hectares of land currently receive irrigation through donations from members of the Sri Sathya Sai organization. But that's not all. Sathya Sai Baba also declared that he must help the people in need take care of themselves. Thus, he initiated and developed blood banks, homes for lepers and the elderly, mobile clinics, re-education centres for the disabled, soup kitchens and books in Braille. All these services are entirely voluntary. No payment or aid is ever solicited. Puttaparthi, once a rocky, bare plateau, has become a cultural city that seems to be a miracle. The food provided at the ashram is completely organic and respects the environment and animal life. Hands that help are holier than lips that pray, repeated Sathya Sai Baba. The ashram's reputation remains as senior political figures from India and abroad regularly visit religious festivals held in Prashanti Nilayam. In 1968, Sathya Sai Baba claimed to be a Purna avatar, a pure divine incarnation. His funeral in April 2011 was celebrated throughout India, and the highest state and government dignitaries attended his funeral. Today, over 1,200 Sri Sathya Sai centres are spread over 137 countries worldwide. Another one of Sathya Sai Baba's highly significant projects was the spread of Laksharchana.
I born in India. Then I went to Nairobi. I was in Kenya, and from 1962 I came to London.
Mr Vadgama was 80 years old this year. He is still travelling the world. He is retired now, but he was a businessman. He had his own company and he used to manufacture plastic plates.
I was as an engineer, so I was working one aircraft company and I learned everything there. Then 1970, with Swami's blessing, I started my own business.
Sidon, can I have your attention, please? Sidon. Any mobiles, please switch them off. You're not allowed to take any photographs in the temple. We have quite a bit of intense program on this. Before that, we'll do the Ganesh bhajan first. Then we'll go straight into the 4 bhajans. systematically. Sai Ram, everybody.
My name's Denise. I was born in Chile in South America, and I grew up in the United Kingdom. I live in the UK. I've been most of my life in international marketing, mainly in the IT industry. I have been working with Mr Vadgama for nearly 3 years. I am his assistant. I do the coordination for Laksharchanas throughout the world. And also I act as his interpreter for some of the European countries.
Now we are starting Laksharchana Mantra. Laksharchana means we have to do 100,000 mantras. And Laksharchana was started by Dr. Gadia.
Well, Laksharchana is split into 2 words. One is lak and the other one is arshana. Lakh means 100,000, and you will see in India, if you've ever been there, people talk a lot of lakh rupees and in quantities of lakhs. And arshana is an offering. So in this case, Laksharchana means an offering of 100,000 mantras.
We have to do minimum 100,000 mantra. And we counting with Japmala mantra. Mala got 108 beat. We are not counting 108. We count in each mala is 100 beat, because some people is not chanting the mantra or not giving proper attention, look some other side. That way we're not counting 8 mantra, we're counting only 100. So we do in 10 mala. 10 divided by 100 means 100,000 mantra. 10 mala take about 2 hours to finish. So we need minimum 100 people. If it's less people, then we have to do more japmala. We finish one mala, now we're going to do one bhajan. Sai Baba gave the mantra to Dr. Gadia in the 1967 January, and Swami said, use this mantra for everyone, and Dr. Gadia started Laksharchana. And Dr. Gadia did so many Laksharchana. He been all over the world, everywhere he was doing Laksharchana. One time, Dr. Gadia asked the Swami, who are going to do Laksharchana after me? And Swami gave my name. Now I have no idea who I was in my past life. I have no idea at all. And I never thought about my previous life. One time Dr. Gadia was in an interview room and there was one Punjabi family. He asked Swami, Swami, why are you giving Mr. Vadgama so many interviews? I'm your 18 years side devotee and I got first interview. Then Swami told that when I was Shirdi Baba, the Vadgama was with me.
Dans la vie passée, Sai Baba était Shirdi Sai Baba. Et c'est un grand saint en Inde. Dans cette époque, il a eu une photo qui était prise il a 100 ans. C'était pris en 1914. Il a Shirdi Sai Baba au milieu. Et après, sur le gauche, c'est Shama. Il a un chapeau noir. Donc Shama, si tu veux, il s'est réincarné en Vadgama.
That person went to Swami. And he said to Swami, when you were Shirdi Baba, you were cleaning your university, you were sleeping with you, everything. So what was his name? The Swami said his name was Sama. And he was very naughty, doesn't listen to me. Same thing, this Vadgama is very naughty, doesn't listen to me. And there were two, I wasn't listening to Swami properly. And Dr. Gadia came to me, he said, Mr. Vadgama, you have to come and join with Laksharchana. I said, no, thank you, it's not my job. I'm an engineer, I can repair the machine. I can't do your mantra, I'm not interested in your Laksharchana. But his Swami told, I said, how can Swami tell? I cannot sing any bhajan, I cannot play any instrument, I'm nothing, I'm not zero. Swami never give my name, who I am, I'm nothing. I'm not going to do anything because that time I wasn't very good side devotee. Sometimes I used to go on bhajan, but I sit in last row. Bhajan start, I sleep. When bhajan finish, somebody say, hey, wake up, bhajan finish, let's go home. And then I never kneel Swami photo or anything and go home. Or if I have any food, I eat lot of food, eat and go home. So I say, I'm that type of devotee. How can Swami give my name? And finally, Dr. Gadia said, please, you come sit down with me and do the mantra. And I was sitting with him, and I would learn the mantra, how to chant. And afterward, Dr. Gadia and myself, we doing both the mantra together. When we start the mantra, and Dr. Gadia close his eyes, and he's not doing any mantra, and I have to carry on mantra. And I kicking his leg. I said, please do the mantra, do the mantra. He's ignoring. And I have to continue to carry on mantra. On that way I learned mantra. After Dr. Gadia passed away,
Et après Dr. Gadi est décédé,
one gentleman invited me to come Switzerland and do the Laksharchana.
et après quelqu'un en Suisse m'a invité à faire un Laksharchana.
So I said, oh, Switzerland.
Moi j'ai dit, ah, la Suisse,
Okay, I come.
je vais aller.
My intention was to go to Switzerland and look the country. I wasn't interested for Laksharchana.
Donc mon intérêt c'était d'aller en Suisse voir le pays, mais pas du tout pour faire Laksharchana.
Then few days later, I realized I can't go Switzerland without Dr. Gadia. I don't want to go.
Oui, et après quelque chose, je pensais, non, je ne peux pas aller sans le médecin.
And meanwhile, I was going in Prasanti Nilayam. And in Prasanti Nilayam, I was sitting in Darshan Lai. And I thought I'm going to ask the Swami. If the Swami said go, give the permission, then I go. Otherwise, I don't want to go. I was sitting in Darshan line. Swami came, and I lost my courage. I said, no, I don't want to ask Swami. If I ask Swami, he said go, then I have to go, and I can't do. So I don't want to say anything. Swami looked to me, he smiled, he said, are you going to Switzerland doing the Laksharchana? And I was shocked. How the Swami knew? Who can tell you him? So I said, Swami, I have no voice. I can't do Laksharchana mantra. My voice is very poor, very low voice. Swami told me, you carry on Laksharchana, I'm very happy. So I said, Swami, I haven't got a strong voice. I cannot carry continuous mala. Swami said, don't worry, I help you. And Swami Mantra is vibhuti, pink or blue color. Is open your mouth and you threw the vibhuti in my mouth. And that vibhuti gave me a lot of strength. And when I start Japmala, I start very slow, but automatically my voice going tonger and tonger and tonger. And continuous is Swami grace, and I can continuous carry on Laksharchana Mantra. And then say, don't do what Dr. Gadia used to do. Dr. Gadia have to do 10 mala, he was going to do non-stop 10 mala, continuous. Swami say, don't do 1 mala or 2 mala, then stop and do 1 or 2 bhajan. So people get a rest, next mala come more vibration. So I follow Swami instruction. And then Swami give me one safari suit. Switzerland is a very, very cold country. I have to wear warm clothes. Swami said, no. When Laksharchana day, temperature 28, 30 degrees. And Swami forecast Switzerland weather 3.5 weeks before. So believe or not, when we did Laksharchana, temperature was very, very hot. We have to open the window, door and everything. And Swami forecast Switzerland weather 3.5 weeks before. So what Swami know everything. And afterward, I start doing the Laksharchana. Mantra was given by Swami, and Swami said, Om Sri Sathya Sai Krishnaya Namah. But lot of people may do the mantra, they say Om Sri Sathya Sai Krishnaya Namaha. Swami said, don't say Namaha. That meaning is nothing. So always say Om Sri Sathya Sai Krishnaya Namah. And that way is the right way to do it, the mantra.
And what this means is Om is the universal sound, is what they call in Sanskrit the Parabrahman. And then you've got Shri, which is the principle of Lakshmi, which is the goddess of wealth, prosperity, and beauty. Then we've got Satya, which is the principle of truth, is the first of value. And then we have Sai, which is Sai meaning mother, which is also in the name of Sathya Sai Baba. And we've got Krishnaye, which is actually Krishna, who, as we all know, is the avatar from the Bhagavad Gita. And we've got Nama, which is salutation. So when people say salutations, you'll see quite a lot of people go like this to salute and to give salutations to the end of the mantra.
Everybody join me. Please join with me. Om Shri Sathya Sai Krishnaya Namah. 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 Om Shri Sathya Sai Krishnaya Namah.
The process for Laksharchana is that everybody is given a plate with rice, with a small sachet of vibhuti and a small photo of Sai Baba. And that's going to be used during the mantra to offer the rice to the photo and to the vibhuti. Before we start the actual mantra, we do 4 to 5 bhajans or hymns, or a combination of bhajans and hymns. There can be hymns in any world religion. They don't necessarily have to be bhajans in Sanskrit. Then we do 3 Gayatri mantras, which is the mother of all mantras. And then we do 3 Sai Gayatris, which is Sai Baba's mantra. And then we go straight into the Laksharchana Mantra, which is Om Shri Sathya Sai Krishnaye Nama. So we're going to do that, 1 or 2 malas of that, and then do 2 hymns or 2 bhajans or a combination of both. And then again, 2 malas, and it goes on like this until we've done enough malas to complete the 100 mantras that we need. And that will be dependent on the number of people that are participating in the Laksharchana. The more people, the faster we can go.
Oh, Sai Baba, I have no idea at all. One customer came in my office and I saw him. He was very happy. So he took out one Baba photo in his pocket and gave me one photo. He said, look, if you have any problem, you pray this Guru, they can help you out. So I looked at the photo, I said, oh, orange cloth, African type hair. I don't want this photo. As I go out, I throw the photo in dustbin. A few minutes later, photo from dustbin come on my table. So I was shocked. So I asked, one English girl was working in my office, who put this photo on my table? He said, I don't know, I'm very busy. She walked away. So I was looking photo. I said, I don't know who is this man. Why that from dustbin the photo came? Yeah, I'm sure I throw in dustbin. How can photo come? When I look at photo is smiling me. And I got a shock. So I thought in my imagination, I put upside down photo. And few minutes photo turned himself and again smiling me. So I thought worry. Because that photo was given by one gentleman who was coming from Trinidad. And in Trinidad, lot of black magic going. You know, I said, I don't want to say. And I went that way home. Next day, Dr. Gadia came. I never knew Dr. Gadia before. I never heard about him. So I just did not talk with him. And he saw me Baba photo. I said, no, I don't want this photo. He said, no, it's a god, leave it there. I said, I don't know why this photo coming to me. I don't want it. He put the photo in the window and then it's gone. Next day I came, photo is full of vibhuti. I have no idea what is the vibhuti. I said, oh my God, what type of photo getting black, dirty. And I just clean up, put Mr. C in prayer and clean up photo. Again photo got dirty. I said, well, there is something wrong with this photo. I don't want it. And next day again Dr. Gadia came. And he looked the photo. He said, oh, you are very lucky. Look, you got a vibhuti. I said, what do you mean? What are you talking? He said, you know, this is Baba Prasadam. Good Prasadam is a vibhuti. You are very lucky. I said, doctor, don't talk too much. Take this photo and you'll be lucky. Be very lucky.
What people are going to do during the Laksharchana is they're going to offer that rice to the photo and the vibhuti every time they do the mantra.
We have to do the mantra with rice, with your ring finger and thumb. Take 2 or 3 rice, make sure rice is not following on the floor. And when say Om Shri Sathya Sai Krishnaya Nama, when we say Sathya Sai, give the rice to your heart because Swami inside our heart. First you give the rice to your Swami. When say Om Shri Sathya Sai, give the rice to your heart. When say Krishnaya Nama, let him follow rice in Swami photo. First, we are going to do in slow tempo. Afterward, we are going to be little bit fast. We do in mantra group of people because we have to do 100,000 mantra. That reason we need more people. If more people is a more vibration, less people is a less vibration. It takes longer time and no vibration coming. One time I was going in the Prasanti. On the way, I saw on the big sign, London notary, £1,000,000 next week. So when you go interview, Swami first thing asks you, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And nobody said nothing. So I thought this time I'm going to ask the Swami. And Swami asked me, what do you want? So I said, Swami, I want cash money in my hand. Cash money. He said, yes. But Swami, before tonight, he said, yes, okay, I give you cash money in your hand before tonight. So I was so happy. I came out of interview room and I saw the Mr. Kundra. Mr. Kundra was running Indian canteen there. Mr. Vadgama, what are you doing today? I said, well, I'm doing nothing. He said, can you come in canteen, help me out? I'm sort of a volunteer. I said, yeah, I come. So I went in canteen. So we were 4 or 5 people there. You serve the dal, you serve the chapati, you serve the rice. And he said to me, you go on the till. you know. So people come, I said, 20 rupees, 10 rupees, 50 rupees. I serve all the day, Evening, I went to my room, nothing happened, no money came. I said, tomorrow, in front of everyone, I'm going to tell the Swami, you promised me, but not a single penny came me, you lie me. Now I'm going to, very angry I was, I'm going to tell in front of everyone. And Swami came, he looked at me, how your cash business going? Swami, not a single penny came in my hand. Not a single penny came? What you were doing yesterday? Swami, I was helping out Mr. Kundra on the canteen. What you were doing canteen? Swami, I was in still, I collecting money. Yeah, you asked me, you want cash money in your hand. You did not say you want money for yourself. You say you don't want money for yourself. You want cash money for your hand. So I give you a lot of cash money for your hand. So before you ask Swami, you have to think.
So to organize a Laksharchana, you have 2 choices. You can organize it yourself, just choose somebody to do the mantra, somebody with a strong voice, other people to do bhajans, and can just organize it that way. If you don't know how to do it, you can go to our website at www.laksharchana.com. And in the Laksharchana tab, you'll have all the information you need, which is from Dr. Gadia's book, who initiated Laksharchana. You can also actually join our video conference Laksharchanas that are held from Padova in Italy. Many cities join. It's a great way to get started because you just follow whatever they're doing in Padova and you can learn very quickly how to participate and run a Laksharchana that way.
In Laksharchana, anybody can come, any community welcome, and there is no age limit. We can hold Laksharchana in the hall and house. If many people coming, then we have to hire the hall. If there are less people coming, then you can do Laksharchana at the home.
The countries where Laksharchana has already taken place are the UK, the USA, Italy, France, Spain, Switzerland, Portugal and Lithuania. Also coming on board in the next month are Poland and Brazil, and through video conference, which we hold from Italy, we also have Russia, Argentina and Australia who join on a regular basis.
Uncle went for the first time into the city. He was walking around and he didn't know where or who to give to, and then he approached one homeless person, and that homeless person was actually taken aback by Uncle. He wasn't really, he didn't want the food, and uncle was just like taken aback. So he decided to come back home. On the way home, he met someone, and that person said to uncle, "What's happened? Are you homeless?" And uncle said, no, I am looking for the homeless. That person told uncle to actually go to Lincoln's Inn Field. And for the past 18 years, uncle's been doing Naran Seva every Monday. I think we only take a break just for Christmas. Even if he's not in the country, he's doing Laksharchana. He's always fully prepared. He's making sure that, there's enough food. We're not short of any items. And, uncle is fully prepared to make sure that Monday everything happens without a hiccup. So, this is one of the other sevas that uncle has been doing for the past, I think, 18 to 19 years now, Naran Seva. And I think now we have around 200 people that come every Monday. And, they always look forward to, not just uncle, but also us coming to, serve them. And, those days when uncle's not there, it's like, where's the old man sort of thing.
Mr Vadgama's office, well, that's quite a unique place. Now, there's a lot of Vibhuti manifestation going on in that office, and it manifests on photos that are hanging on the wall, on statues that are mainly in the altar and around the altar area, on the altar itself. I've seen even times that somebody's cleaned the whole altar up and then within no time it's full again. And Uncle has got his desk there and he works there and he's totally oblivious to what's going on around him. And it's quite funny sometimes because he'll be working and people will come into the office to pray and to worship, and he carries on, with his work and he chats to people. It's really a totally unique office. I don't think there's any office quite like it.
The first time I went to India, I went into Whitefield for Swami Darshan, and Swami came, he took my letter, and I asked Swami, can you give me an interview? Swami said, not now, after 2 years time. I said, 2 years time, how can he remember so many people coming here? He can't remember me, And Swami walked away, and gentleman was sitting next to me. He said, you shouldn't ask Swami for interview. He know everything. I said, he doesn't know anything, but I speak so loudly. And Swami immediately came back to me. I know everything. He was coming here. And when you have a problem, I remove your machine and you give me 75 pounds. And then I remember Dr. Gadia said, okay, any problem, you pay for this man, he can help you out. So I look around, nobody look at me. I say, oh, Dr. Gadia, God, help me out. And I went home. Next day morning, I came with my friend and everything. We removed all small things from old unit to new unit. One gentleman came, very short. He said, you Mr. Vadgama? I said, yes. He said, you got some problem to remove your machine? I said, yes. He said, I can help you out. So I said, have you got a lorry and crane? He said, yes, I got a crane, I got lorry, everything. So I said, okay, I'll come and show you where the machine. He said, yes, I know where to remove the machine. I said, funny man, how you know where to remove the machine? I went to other unit. But he from outside, he come before me over there. And 7-ton machine, one hand he pull it out and put the lorry and put the machine, bring the machine in my new unit. I said, how can he remove my machine? I can't remember. You go back, open your machine, check your machine. So I came back, I opened machine, I looked, so I found 75 pounds, lot of vibhuti. When I give the money, then my finger was with a lot of oil mark, and every note contained with my finger mark. And I found 75 pounds, and with all my finger mark, and signed that the vibhuti started coming. We came out, no lorry, no nothing. Man is gone. So we said, well, he got a 5 pound, maybe sitting on the pub and having drinks.
The presence of Sai Baba in Laksharchana is an interesting phenomena, but I think the most well-known phenomena at Laksharchana is the Vibhuti manifestation, of course, which we see in pictures and on his robe. We never know what's going to happen. It's a total miracle, and it's very, very rare phenomena, and it's one of these miracles that we can't really explain. It tends to happen a lot in some places like Montpellier and Padova, but mainly in other places we never know. And even in those places, we never know if it's going to continue to happen. Also, people do report seeing Sai Baba. And I remember in Sicily Island, 3 people reported seeing him in white walking down the aisle. These were 3 independent accounts of exactly the same. And I think it's one of the things that makes Laksharchana extremely appealing to people who have been to the ashram or are just interested in miracles and Sai Baba's teachings.
Swami can show is present so many Laksharchana. So many people can see the Swami is there. Or some people say, oh, I saw the Swami was coming from window. Or some people say, oh, I saw the Swami was coming from light. So many people believe that I come, I do Laksharchana, that is a Swami come. No, that's not true. Swami for everyone. Swami is all the time in your heart. You have to keep the Swami in your heart. Only Swami give me chance to carry out Laksharchana. All depend on how we do Laksharchana Mantra. And when you do prayer from your heart, Swami will be present. But I'm nothing, I'm just ordinary Sai devotee. I have no any power, nothing.
Well, Laksharchana happens in various countries and in many cities. It's phenomenal, really, to see the incredible organization that people put into Laksharchanas and the work that goes into it. For example, the devotion that goes into the organization of these events is just phenomenal. That they are beautiful events. One of the most memorable Laksharchana experiences took place in Italy. Vadgama had had a dream that night with Sai Baba and Shirdi Sai Baba together for the first time. And in the morning, the room was blasted in Vibhuti. There was Vibhuti everywhere, all over the walls, on the floor, on all the furniture. It was just an incredible blast of Vibhuti. Then the next day in Bologna, there was an earthquake, which was quite a frightening experience. And then we went to look at the room, the Laksharchana room in Bologna, to see the damage in the room. And what was amazing there was that when we got to the actual event, the room was immaculate. Not one petal had fallen from any flowers. And yet, on the ground floor, they'd had substantial damages in the kitchen of plates and glasses and pots and chairs. So that was really a remarkable memory that I will have of power of Laksharchana.
Today people have lot of problem, no peaceful mind. First thing, Laksharchana give you very, very peaceful mind, and your mind start working very nicely. Also, it give you good health too. Also, if you have any problem, you pray the Swami in Laksharchana Mantra because Swami is in your heart. You pray him, and Swami will help you out and solve your problem too. It's a very big, big advantage for Laksharchana.
Everybody takes away with the rice, which they've been offering, and the vibhuti, and the photo, which they've been using throughout the mantra. Now, with the rice, what they do, they mix it with their rice at home, and that way all their rice is blessed. They can use the vibhuti for healing, or they can mix it with the vibhuti they have at home as well, so that, all the vibhuti they have at home can be blessed and used for healing. And the photo, some people use it to put in the car for protection, to put in the puja room or meditation room just for general blessings. Some people put it under their pillows if they're not feeling well. So there's all sorts of things you can do with the photo that is really linked around blessings and protection.
Your mum's better, but I think he deserves one. Do you think? What do you think? Yeah? Okay. Reverend Stephen Taylor, please. Head of Sai, we're going to order him his flowers as well. Sai down. www.laksharchana.com. That's her design. She did that. So when you click into that to book the Laksharchanas or see the videos of where Uncle has been to do Laksharcharan, this young lady's all her works. So this is for Denise.
When we finish the actual number of mantras that we require, we then do arti. And arti is a fire ritual. And what it is a flame, which is actually turned in a clockwise position and is offered in this way to the audience to give blessings, and it's wishing them good luck on their way home.
Now only one Maharaji left. Whenever you need mantra you can use, and Swami always going to help. All Laksharchana is a free of charge. And some people want to touch my beard, want to hug me, but I'm nothing. I'm just ordinary side duty like you. So please don't buy any present or any gift or anything for me. I'm just ordinary simple person. And if you want to organize, please organize Laksharchana. So join everybody, and we have to pray for anybody, any kind of suffering, or your relation, your friend in hospital, or your neighbor not feeling well. Take inside his name, and we're going to pray together, all together, last Mara. And we pray Swami, make him well. Last Mara, we are going to do very fast and very loudly, so Swami in Prasanti Nilamini Samadhi can hear my London devotee doing my name somehow. So please join everybody with me. Om Sri Sathya Sai Krishnaya Namah. Om Sri Sathya Sai Krishnaya Namah. Om Sri Sathya Sai Krishnaya Namah. Om Sri
So what happens is that the energy starts to rise as the mantra gets faster and faster, and as the energy rises, what we find is that the mind and the heart transform. It's like a transformation process, and then we have a mental state of peace and purity. A lot of people come to Laksharchana because they want help with their problems and a lot of health problems as well, and there are many, many stories and cases where people have been helped with very, very big problems and health issues.
Laksharchana is performed for self-purification as well as to give all devotees divine power and strength. So if you can trust a person, an ordinary man like a pilot who can take us from one country to another, I'm sure what he is doing, Dr. Vadgama ji, he is leading us to spirituality, and by his preaching he is leading us to God. I think that's the best what we can do.
Bhagavan Sathya Sai Babaya Namaha. Om Shri Sathya Svarupaya Namaha. Om Shri Sathya Dharma Parayanaya Namaha. Om Shri Varadaya Namaha. Om Shri Satpurushaya Namaha. Om Shri Satya Gunatmane Namaha.